business. The departments providing services to the public, such as telecommunications, power supply, water, sewerage, etc., need only to upgrade and expand as the population grows without need to think of return on investments. Government can allocate funds yearly. For the professionalism in administration is all that is necessary. But there will come a time when the funds needed would be bigger than the government could afford. Without adequate funding, there would be a deterioration of the services and economic growth would be stunted. The government may want to get a return on the investments so as to have sufficient funds for operations and development. One approach would be to bring in professional business managers, but these business managers need to be properly compensated. Paying them more than the salaries of the administrators would cause a lot of unhappiness. If privatization is not desirable for some reason or other, then the entity can be corporatized. It would still be owned 100% by the government, but it would be taken out of the administrative system. It could then be run as a corporation with its own system and pay schemes. Then professional business managers can be hired to operate the entity the way business enterprises are operated. In Malaysia, the National Petroleum Corporation, or Petronas, is 100% owned by the government, but it is incorporated as a business company independent of the government and its operating procedures and rules. If its officers are much more highly paid. If they do not perform, then the government as the sole shareholder can remove them according to their terms of employment. Petronas has managed to maintain its professionalism. Although it is a national petroleum company, it differs from most other national petroleum companies because it involves itself directly in the total petroleum business, from exploration and production to marketing and downstream petrochemical industries. It now operates in over 30 countries in every kind of business involving petroleum and gas. It is a profitable company, paying taxes to the government and also very substantial dividends. Professionalism is obviously important in every activity in which the government is involved, from administrative professionalism to commercial professionalism. Although it is possible sometimes for administrative professionals to move into the commercial sector of the government, but usually for business activities, professional business managers would be needed. Today, business entrepreneurs and managers are no longer born. They are trained in business schools. And so we can find more entrepreneurs and managers today to meet the expanded needs of a growing economy. Governments would do well to train as many managers as possible, for even in the administration, the officers are really involved in management, the management of people in order to get the most out of them. Because management is such an important skill in the public as well as the private sectors, a special university had been set up in Malaysia to produce as many managers as possible. An excess of managers is not a waste. They can involve themselves in entrepreneurship and other private business, as well as all kinds of activities where their skill in management would still be an asset. To become a perfectly developed Asian economy requires numerous inputs. I would like to name just one more input. It is that of copying others, copying successful models. Most Eastern countries have tried to copy the Europeans, some successfully, some not so successfully. Like everybody else, Malaysia copied much of the developmental strategies and structures of the European countries. But after World War II, we noticed some countries in the East were recovering and developing faster than the Europeans. Japan's recovery in particular was very remarkable, and so was South Korea. So Malaysia decided to look east also. We learned quite a lot which contributed towards Malaysia's rapid growth. But the most important lesson was in the work ethics and management styles. The Europeans believe in tests of strength in everything, including in business. The winner is right and deserves to take all for itself. Thus, if there is a dispute between workers and employers, the workers would go on strike and the employer would shut them out. One or the other would suffer more and give up. The conflict ends when one party wins. The rights and wrongs are considered irrelevant. Strikes and lockouts add to the cost of production. So do pay increases. In the end, the business becomes no longer competitive or viable. The business may shut down, workers laid off, and the economy shrinks. This is the result of tests of strength as a way of solving conflicts. In Malaysia, we do not believe in tests of strength. We believe in promoting mutual interests and a win-win solution. We negotiate or go for arbitration. No Pyrrhic victory for anyone. No victors, no losers. Industrial peace helps develop the country. And when the country develops, everyone gains. The employers, the workers, and the general public. Indeed, the whole nation gains. So we look east to find better models, and we have benefited. As you can see, to develop requires a great deal of things to be espoused and done. I have named only a few, but I hope you will find something interesting and something worthwhile. Countries do not develop because of magic or miracles. Countries develop because of painstaking work by everyone, the people, the government, the workers, the employers, the professionals, and just about everyone. Wealth is for sharing, and sharing equitably. Power is also for sharing. Given all this, then there will be development. Not perfect, but good enough for everyone. That is what Malaysia has pursued and what it has achieved. I thank you.